Hello racing fans and a warm welcome to Trackside, proudly brought to you by World Sports Betting. Bet with the best, bet with WSB. I trust that everyone's well, keeping fine, and hopefully last weekend was a good weekend for you. Well, if you listen into Trackside, we had Mike de Kock on our card call, and the mighty MDK, winner of the inaugural running of the Hollywood Bets Durban July. Well done to Mike, and again we thank him for his time that he gave us on the show and all the input. And of course I pushed him, yes, I really pushed him at the end for the one horse from his stable, and he did say Sparkling Water, and we tipped it on the show as well. So if you followed Sparkling Water in the Hollywood Bets Durban July, you would have made some cash. And of course that quartet as well we gave on Trackside. So overall it was a fair day, I must say, because that quartet paid in excess of 20,000, and unbelievable that payout, because I thought they were all fancied runners that finished 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the Hollywood Bets Durban July is over, and well done to both Gold Circle, the operator, and the Profits, and Hollywood Bets on an awesome day's racing. Great fun. Wonderful entertainment, and of course high class action at the races as well. And of course we can say, just judging by the support that it received, it was a huge success, and we wish them all the best in 2023. What's happening on Trackside this weekend? There's 2 race meetings, Turfentine on Saturday, and then we move over to Scottsville on Sunday. I picked out 4 horses. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. So away we go with those 4 horses. Just the one horse at Turfentine on Saturday, and that'll come up in race number 8. It looks like a competitive field here, these fillies and mares, but the runner that I like here is Peyton's Tears. She's low on confidence. She hasn't won for 443 days. But that said, the signs were there at a recent start of her maybe bouncing back to her best form. If you go to a form, and you go quite early in a form line to see when she last won a race, she is a 3-time winner. It was on the 22nd of April 2021. So it's been around, 14 and a half months that she hasn't won a race, which has seen a rating take a bit of time to come down. And the reason for that is that she's never far off the action. She's always there or thereabouts, this filly. And but she's come down now. She's come down to a mark of 87, and I just feel off this mark she could be very competitive against this field. Yes, there's lots of form to work around, but both, in fact 2 of her 3 wins have been over 1,400 meters, and I'm hoping that now she can confirm the improvement shown last time out, where she was running on nicely, and at this 1,400 meter trip, which she will enjoy, she could bounce back to winning ways. So she could be a decent price here. Race 8, number 5, Peyton's Tears. Just the one run I mentioned on Saturday at Turfentine, and then I picked out 3 runners at Scottsville on Sunday. And the first of our 3 runners I really like. I like this a lot, boys. This comes up in race number 2, and he's a son of Gimme the Green Light. His name is Gimmy's Laddie. He's trained by Dean Canamea Racing in the Kaya Sulks, and Keegan DeMello rides. Well, first up, he raced in open company, and you watch that replay, he didn't know what was happening for most of the way. He was towards the back of the field on the poly track, and then he moved up around the turn, and then he started to catch the eye. He wasn't beaten far. He was only just over 2 lengths behind the winner, Miss Coop. That was a 3rd position, and of course that day behind Mini Coop, this was the fastest finisher as well. I see he was reported coughing that day, so I don't know what went wrong, because it could have been something that the stable would have spoken about, DeMello and Canamea, and maybe Dean would have worked on that issue as well. But back down the lane at Scottsville on the turf, with natural improvement from one run to the next, I looked at the opposition. Yes, there is some form to work about. Then I'm of the opinion that the maiden field that he made last time out is a bit stronger than the form lines that are represented by horses that do have form to recommend. So number 12, Gimmy's Laddie, I think he'll be hard to beat now that he's having his 2nd start, and it's not around the turn, it's not on the poly track, it's on the turf, and it's down the straight, which I think is going to suit him beautifully on Sunday. Number 12, Gimmy's Laddie. Then we move along to race number 7. Now, in race number 7, I picked out a filly that I liked last time out, and we're going to follow up. I worked that day at Scottsville, and I really liked this filly. She was dropping in distance, which I thought was going to be the ace up the sleeve from the Mike de Kock yard. She was tried over further after starting off her career very well over the sprint distances, and she didn't run badly over 14 and 1600 meters, but it just showed last time out that she could be much better over the sprint trip. It was a day that Richard Fourie closed off that race meeting with 3 winners on the bounce, and this filly, he just judged it to the T. He just said towards the back of the field, they went quick, and when he asked her to run, that was it. She actually won going away. That was over 1200 meters, so you may argue that 1000 meters could be on the sharp side for her. But I looked at the field, and there's some quality here. There's horses that can run, but the pace will be on, and I think that could be the key to her winning this race. Number 8, Good Queen Bess. And then if you look at the weight as well, last time out, yes, it was a much weaker field that she met, D division class. And what's it today? This is going to be a fillies and mares 94, which is a B division class on Sunday. So while she's up in class, she's down in weight, which I like. She's carrying 54 kgs on her back, and I think now that they've brought her back in distance, she could continue winning this filly. She is Northern Hemisphere bred, this filly, and we'll see how she goes. I think that she could be the banker bet on the card. And again, just as I said with Gimmy's Laddie, I like this filly a lot on Sunday. Number 8, Good Queen Bess. Then on to the 8th race. Now here I found you some big value, because this is a runner that I've gone for on a couple of occasions of late, but when horses are dropping in the rating, it's all about trying to catch the right wave at the right time. You can get it right or you can miss, but never lose hope, because you're going to always get a decent price about a horse that hasn't won for a long time and is coming down in the ratings. But as I mentioned, it's something that, you got the dart in your hand and you're hoping to hit the bullseye. And I think we could hit that bullseye on Sunday, because Iron Tail, I went for last time out, and I mentioned the same argument that at his best he was an 86, he's dropped to a 66, he hasn't won for some time. What's it, 672 days now, so again, low on confidence, trying to find the winner's box, but he may be off the right mark. And his last start, well, you just have to watch that replay. The better going, the way the jockeys were riding that day, they were trying to go middle to outside down the lane, and no fault of Robert Cart. He was drawn to, and he gradually moved to the middle of the course, and then he found a wall of horses in front of him, and he couldn't find a way through. In fact, he was shifted in so badly. He was actually bumped, and he shifted in so badly going into the final 400 meters that he moved in sharply. And then he found all sorts of traffic problems again with the horses in front of him. And then he had to switch out for a run, and when he made his run right on the outside, the race was over. It was Lord Wiley that came from the back of the field under a tremendous ride from Richard Fourie, closing off the last 3 races on the card. And this horse, he was never even going to run in the top 4, because as they were crossing the line, you could see he was finding his feet and making a good run. So I would say hard luck stories last time out, and this time round, well, of this rating now, which is a 66, he's carrying 54.5 kgs. If it was a 1200 meter trip, I think I would have been a bit more confident than I am over 1000 meters. But that said, this weight, 54.5, now Serena Moodley up, I think that he's the type of horse that could lend a lot of value here in race number 8, number 13, Iron Tail. So we're going to go with him. These people will say, but he's unreliable. Come on, he's unreliable. He hasn't won for that long. I know that. But these type of horses that are coming down in the ratings, as I always mention, you're just trying to catch them at the right time, and hopefully Sunday will be the right time to collect the cash on Iron Tail in race number 8, horse number 13. So those are the 4 horses that are picked out, guys. There will be 2 trebles up on the World Sports Betting menu as always. And what's left for me to say is that I hope that you have a wonderful weekend, and Turfentine and Scottsville this weekend. And it's now a build-up to bring down the curtain on what's been an awesome KZN champion season thus far. We've been treated some top-class racing, some superb performances as well. And it all will build up to Gold Cup Day at the end of the month. And then the season is done. And the season is dusted. Well, time is really flying by. But as always, on behalf of World Sports Betting, thanks to all the punters, but more importantly and more especially, thanks to you, the valued customer. Until we meet again, you take care. Salanigas.